Good morning, students. I am Prakash Tripathi, and today I am going to teach you the second poem of the book Flamingo, an elementary school classroom in a slum. I have written some difficult word meanings on the board, and I will explain them when I come across them. The writer is Stephen Spender, and in this poem, he has concentrated on the themes of social injustice and inequalities. And he describes a classroom in a slum. Slum is an area in a city where the living condition is not so good. That area is called a slum. In the first paragraph, the poet describes the pathetic and the miserable condition of the children who are studying and who lives in a slum area and who are generally very poor, very weak and hungry also. So let's see what is in the poem. Far, far from the gusty waves these children faces. Far, far from the very beginning, the poetic device has been used. Far, far. The word far, far is repeated and the figure of speech is repetition. Why has the poet used the word far, far twice? To lay stress. He wants to show that the distance, these children are very far away from the gusty waves. Gusty means stormy and flowing strongly. Actually, the poet wants to say that these children are far from the strength, far from the energy. As the stormy waves are very strong, very powerful, but these children are far away from the gusty waves. And these children faces like rootless weeds, the hair torn round their pallor. And again the poet says that these children are like rootless weeds. Weed is an unwanted grass that grows in the garden and the field. So these children are also unwanted in the society. They have as the rootless weeds, they don't have any foundation and their hair is scattered. Torn round means scattered their pallor. Pallor face means a pale face. The pale face signifies that they are the victim of malnutrition. They are not getting proper diet. The tall girl with her weighed down head. Then he mentioned a tall girl. He uses the word tall adjective. Most probably that girl is too tall, over age you can say, for that class. And her head is weighed down. She has not done anything wrong. Neither she is feeling guilty. But her head is down because she is burdened by the poverty. Paper seeming boy. Then there is another boy who is a paper seeming boy. Paper seeming means thin as paper. Paper is white and the faces of these children are also white. There is a hunger in his eyes. That's why with rat's eyes, he has big eyes, but the rat's eyes are always greedy, always in search of something to eat. So these children are very hungry. The stunted, unlucky heir of twisted bone. The stunted means their growth is stopped. And unlucky heir of twisted bone, reciting a father's gnarled disease. This child is carrying the gnarled disease. A disease that is gnarled means knotty. जैसे शरीर में गांठें हो जाती हैं तो उसको it's a type of disease, arthritis. You can also say that he is suffering from the arthritis. And why has the word heir used here? Means he has inherited the disease of his father. Actually, the poet wants to say that the children who are from a rich family, they inherit the property of their rich parents, and these poor children inherit the diseases of their parents. Okay. His lesson from his desk, and he is reciting his lesson sitting at the desk. At back of the dim class, the class is very dim, there is not proper light. One unnoted, there is a boy who is unnoted, not noticeable, sweet and young. This child is a little bit different from the other child. His eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree's room other than this. This child is dreaming, and his focus is not on the lesson or in the classroom. He is wandering somewhere else. He is imagining a squirrel's game, which is in the some hollow tree, in the space of hollow tree. So he wants to escape the classroom. He is not focusing on the lesson. So in the first paragraph, the poet describes some of the children who are studying there. You can understand very easily that these children are very weak and hungry. They are suffering from some disease also. Now in the next paragraph, in the next stanza, the poet describes the classroom. What are the things that are put up on the walls of the classroom that we will see. On sour cream walls, donations, Shakespeare's head. On the sour cream wall, again the poet has purposely used the word sour. Means the walls are not well painted. They have been not painted for a long time. That is why they have turned yellowish in color. A dirty look the wall is giving. And there is a picture of Shakespeare. Why picture of Shakespeare? See, you must have seen the picture of Shakespeare, a bald-headed Shakespeare. And that bald head gives a indication that he is considered as the master of English, master of culture and education. Cloudless at dawn, civilized dome. And in the morning, the scene is the morning scene. Civilized dome, I have written the meaning here. Civilized dome, institutions that are symbols of civilization. Those institutions which are the symbol of civilization, means the tall building, the tall schools where the children of rich people go to study. Riding all cities, matlab these types of buildings are found in the cities where rich children go to study. Bellied, flowery Tyrolese valley. Tyrolese is a valley in Austria. Open-handed map awarding the world its world. And there is also a picture of a map. The world map might have been there. And yet for these children, these windows, not this map, their world. But the poet wants to say that this map is not their map. These children have nothing to do with this map, because the things which are shown in that picture, in the scenery, the beautiful scenery, these things do not belong to these children. They are in fact not even able to see those things. These things are far from their reach. Where all their future painted with a fog. Fog is a symbolic word, means uncertainty. It stands for uncertainty. Their future is not bright, it is painted with fog. A narrow street sealed in with a lead sky. Lead sky means यहाँ पे dull sky, and a narrow sealed means they have a limited options. Their life is limited to limited things only. Far, far, again the word far, far has come. From rivers, these children are far away from the rivers, from the capes. Capes I have written here, extension of land jutting out into water as a peninsula. That part of the land which goes into the, that part of water that goes into the land to form a peninsula. And stars of words. Stars of words, the poet actually wants to say that stars are very high in the sky, very far away. Though the stars give us light, but these children are not able to get the light. They are not able to get the proper education. That is why these children are very far away from the stars, from the caves, from the rivers, and they are living in a very narrow street. Means they have limited options, limited amenities and facilities, and these children's future is painted with the fog. Actually, this is a long poem. I cannot finish it in one video. So 2 paragraphs I have explained you. In the first paragraph, you saw the children, and in the second paragraph, the classroom. The another 2 stanza I will explain you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.